Hey guys, this is Dr. Zhangi. Today I'd like to give you a little of a recap on our anti-aging seminar that we just had. And I know that many of you were there. Many of you have asked some question about like a little recap here. What's the nuts and bolts about the seminar? In the world of anti-aging, the bad news is there's no such thing as anti-aging. We can age more gracefully, right? And some of the things that we talked about is we talked about that your body is just like a toner into a photocopy machine. You only have anywhere between 80 to 120 copies. That's 80 to 120 years. And you decide based on how you take care of your body, how fast you're going to be making those copies, right? That's the best way that I can describe it. So there is things in your body like hormone-wise that will allow your body to make the copies faster, like insulin. And insulin, as you probably already know, it is released when you eat any kind of carbohydrates, sugar. And some of you, if you've been to some of our classes, you already know that. Cake, cookies, candies, ice cream, bread, rice, and pasta. And what happened is as a result of that is you're going to start making copies faster, right? And then your lifespan is going to be shorter, right? Because you're going to be making the copies faster. So you're going to be aging faster. So insulin, number one. Number two, cortisol. I'm sure you're familiar with cortisol, has to do with stress. So cortisol will speed up the process at which you're making the copies. And then you also have, some of the things that we talked that is a little bit more, some of the studies on the telomere length, which is the N cap, right? So there's many studies on how you can lengthen the telomere, or you can slow down, right, the telomere length, which again, there's many studies on that. And I encourage you to maybe just go on Dr. Google and just type in telomere and just look that up. But there's studies about chiropractic, there's studies about nutrition, there's studies about multivitamin, there's studies about fish oil, there's studies about vitamin D. Those are some of the things that will slow down the shortening, right, of the telomere length, which is especially the studies about chiropractic. That's really exciting to me. There's more than one medical literature that does that. And so all of those things play a role. When it's all said and done at the end of the day is when you improve your lifestyle, right? And what that means is the more that if you take better care of your body from the inside out, not from the outside in, but from the inside out, then as a result of that, you can be aging more gracefully. So if you take better care of your body, meaning getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, having good nutrition, taking your food supplements, making sure your nervous system functions properly, right? Taking your fish oil every day, taking your vitamin D every day, those are all things that will improve the health of your body as a whole, and it will allow you to age gracefully. And then the last thing, I don't know if it was the last thing that I talked about, but if you calorie deprive people, when they look at people that live to be 100, 102, 103, many of them, they do fasting on a regular basis, or they don't eat a whole lot. And what I told to the folks that were there on Monday, I said, hey, you know what? Your body is completely equipped to not eat, but your body is not equipped to overeat. Right? So what that means is genetically is your body is capable of handling fasting, but your body doesn't have any defense mechanism for overeating, right? Which is, we know what happened in this country is not just in this country, matter of fact, but all over the world, that chronic illnesses are usually developed as a result of having high consumption of sugar, trans fatty acid, not enough exercise, and so on and so forth. So most of you already know that. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. This was a recap for our anti-aging class, and if you need more information, just give us a call, set up an appointment with us, and one of our nutritionists, myself or Elena, or chiropractically, 517-336-8880. 517-336-8880. We're looking forward to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.